And hello there everybody, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is the DAUG here, and I am on my own for right now. And of course I know what some people will be asking, and I'm going to get towards not Ghost of Tsushima tonight. I will explain. I'll get to that in a little bit. But of course when we last left off with Devil May Cry, V found Dante. So Dante has arisen from the dead. So, oh my goddy fucking towel, as they say. Use the magic and go voodoo, voodoo, voodoo.
Come here.
What the fuck is that?
You need to hide, Dante.
Ah, it's little Dante. He's trapped in the closet with all Kelly. Shit.
I know this is hard. You must listen to me. Be a big boy. A man.
I'm a big boy, but you're gonna die. Oh,
If I don't return,
it's because I'm dead.
by yourself, alone. You must change your name. Forget your past and start a new life. As someone else.
It's John Cena, bitch.
Virgil! Where are you, Virgil?
Virgil died. Nope, I called that. The mother's dead. Yeah, there's this new thing on Discord. Oh, do I look like a student on Discord? Shit.
For a second there, I thought you were gonna shish kebab me. I know how stubborn you can be. I thought it might be the only way to wake you. What day is it? The 15th. June. A month? No wonder I'm so stiff.
Right, sunshine. Now put a fire under it. We gotta get going because that annoying pimple Nero is making a beeline for Eurus, and if he gets there, he's gonna.
Hey, this is my gig. Leave Nero out of this.
Shit, that ain't gonna happen, buddy.
If you could defeat Eurus, then I never would have dreamed of using that child. Eurus is much stronger than we ever could have imagined.
More time lapses. Oh boy.
Oh, it stinks in here.
I know. It smells like hot garbage.
So it smells like California, Dante.
This is far worse than I thought. There's no crime in turning tail, V. These things might be a little too much for you. You're right. I'll leave the rest to you.
What? Oh, my, V. All the way down here and turning tea, really?
One must always have an insurance policy.
Who was that guy? I believe he just ran.
No one special? Come on. Let's go clean up this garbage.
First come, first serve on the targets room.
Music to my ears. Hurry up, Dante.
Dante's like,
To see it with my own eyes.
Dante's like, I don't know about
It
this.
really is you.
It really is you. Why does... I swear, I think I may have figured out that that is Virgil. I'm just gonna take a guess. Now, of course, I should point out the reason it's not Ghost of Tsushima tonight is because of the fact, unfortunately, I did not know this. Vibrator, my boy, did message me. Unfortunately, I did not have my phone on me most of the day today because I've been watching college football and preseason football for the NFL. By the way, good job, Illinois, for winning today. I did predict that on Twitter. And good job to my mom's Baltimore Ravens for obliterating the Washington football team, even though it was preseason. But I did not know there was an update today released for Ghost of Tsushima until I checked my phone right about before I got on PlayStation. So Ghost of Tsushima will be pushed back. So I might, instead of taking Sunday off and streaming Monday, I might stream Sunday and take Monday off. It does depend how I'm feeling. But for right now, though, we're about to play as Dante. So this should be fun. Dante, of course, the king of and we're heading back all the way to May 15th, Mission 10, Awakening. The entire crisis began with V's visited Devil May Cry and hired Dante to... Yeah, I was reading, goddammit! Well, let's go to customization real quick, because it looks like we can customize some shit. Well, we don't need that, but I think we can... Oh, we can't even do anything with equipment or skills yet, okay. Guess we have to wait till we probably actually beat the mission, I would presume. You know, I am honest, if anybody's seen me play as Dante before, we know I don't really use the Royal Guard that much. So... The guns, ebony and ivory, living in harmony, killing demons. Well, Lady and Trish just having a happy fun time. Well, I'm like, this is gonna end bad, isn't it? Change weapons. Press L2 or R2. You can quickly change your weapon at any time. Press L2 to change long-range weapons and R2 to change close range. You can change which weapons you want to use and the order on the customization screen. So we got the sword. Oh, we got a shotgun rain. Oh yeah, look at that speed. Look at that speed. But we're going to use the sword most likely. Oh, this to get to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place. Style actions. Let's see. We usually use the Sword Master. Hey, for apocalyptic, motherfucker. Ah, it feels so good to be playing as Mr. Dante again. We haven't had to play as Dante since Devil May Cry 4, actually. Since you start off this game pretty much playing as, Nero and then V. Kinda feels like Dante took a back seat to this game a bit. Double trigger. Well, we do know double trigger. We've... Hey, what? That's what... Thank you. Shit. This party's getting crazy. Let's rock this joint. Ow. Ow, bitch! Okay, you're an asshole. Yeah, okay, suckers to do the cool shit. Ow. Eat that, bitch. And of course the Oreos lose. We can't do shit. Hey, I'm doing all the work here while you're doing nothing. Now we can customize, I hope. Yay! Okay, so when you have the 2 swords and guns, okay. Increase the range. I don't care about that. Rebellion, Stinger. Millionaire Stab. And that takes care of the gun. Shotgun anyway, so let's get this one. And hey, I have company now. It is the man who works at MIB headquarters, Mr. Jones. If not, we'll blame Canada. Yep, this is the last one. And I want to say, if you have not checked this out yet, because I know you did, and you'll probably be picking it up, I have it pre-ordered, like I said, the new Hot Wheels game. I'm happy to get it, and all I'm going to say is I am driving the TMNT car. You can have Kit. Rocket League. Yeah, they came out after I already had it in platinum and haven't picked it up since, oh god, when it first came out. But I will say this, because I was thinking about it earlier today. What was it? Shit, you'd think I would remember better, but I am such an idiot. Where Dante runs away from a Beyblade. Oh yes, PlayStation Plus games. Now, they haven't been officially announced yet, but there was a leak, and the leak has usually been right 90% of the time. Oh, it's Reptile's retarded cousin, Chaos. So it's Chaos Control time, I guess. But anyway, I mean, I want to pause it so I can say these. Okay, I'm going to do the PS4 ones first, because that's what you have, and that's what the majority of my subscribers have. The PS4 games, if the leak is to be true, is Hitman 2... and Predator Hunting Grounds. Now, with Predator Hunting Grounds, that makes me happy because I did reinstall it months ago. We just haven't had time to all play it yet. But if that is the game, I'm happy because it's like, hey, we'll have enough people now that, hey, we can actually get back to streaming it on a regular basis. Finally, again. Since, unfortunately, as many of you know, we had to stop, not because the game got boring. We love the game. But unfortunately, it became just me, Mr. Jones, and Giant Vibrator, to where the matches would end too quickly. We did. We tried our best, but now we can make it fun again. Definitely, and of course Hitman 2, we all know what Hitman is. If you've never played a Hitman game before, you must have been living under a rock since the 2000s. But for those who have never played Hitman, you pretty much are playing a Agent 47 who goes around killing people because he was hired to. Pretty much. I should point out as well, with Predator, if you guys have played Friday the 13th, it's kind of like that game in the sense, but it is one human playing as the Predator against a team of 4. And the only way to win the match is either A, killing the Predator, or escaping on the chopper. Get to the chopper. As far as for the Predator, you win as long as you either A, kill everyone, or B, when you're about to explode, which you can do that, once you take enough damage and you kill everyone in the explosion, that will count as a victory for you. However, if said explosion goes off and one human team member is still left alive, which the only way to do that is by getting out of the explosion range, the Predator loses. But there are many different types of Predators, so each Predator has a strength and a disadvantage, so keep that in mind. Of course, if you've seen my streams of it, you know I mostly pick the Samurai Jack Predator, as we love to call him, and the New Jack Predator, because every time I picked him, it was like, oh god, it's New Jack, and he's got a staple gun! By the way, rest in peace, New Jack, by the way. We'll continue your lineage of crazy bullshit with Predator by letting that character stay in the game. Also, before I continue, a sad goodbye though to something I heard earlier today that happened earlier this week. A sad goodbye to a former American gladiator called Thunder. If you grew up on the American Gladiators in the 90s, you might remember him. He was the one who looked like Thor from Marvel Comics. He unfortunately did pass away earlier this week, so my condolences to Thunder's family. Hashtag American Gladiators rocks. Now, as far as for the PS5 rumored game, I was hoping it was either going to be Tony Hawk Remastered or the Fist game, which is where you play as a bunny rabbit with a robotic arm. But if the leak is to be true, the game that may be chosen for PS5 is Overcooked, which is a cooking party game. Which, it is the third one in the series, so I'm like, okay, that would kind of be cool, because I don't own it. But I played the first 2 games. They're not bad, but they're not my type of deal. So, I don't know how I would feel about it. Plus, anybody who knows me, when I talk about the games in greater detail next week, I always bring up the trophy list and trophy guide, because some people out there who watch or play just care about the trophies, which I can understand that as me being a platinum whore. I have over 540 some odd platinums now, give or take. But we'll discuss the trophies and all that next week, probably on Wednesday when the official announcement. We'll see if Sony just let that leak to fool everyone, or if it's true. But I will say, if you enjoy the Predator game, I'd also recommend, if you want to pick it up, the Aliens game that came out, because it pretty much plays the same way, more or less. That actually has a story mode, believe it or not, which is kind of hilarious. Unlike the Predator game, which has no story mode. It's just, yeah, show up and kill shit in the jungle. Ooh, that's a good question. I know personally for me, I think it's a... I get why they're doing it, but at the same time, I'm going to be honest, I am worried about it because of the fact of... How can I say this? You're going to be... Right around WrestleMania time, which is fine, but the roster is what's going to decide, I think, for a lot of people if they get it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That would be, I would be surprised by that, but I would also be happy if that makes sense. Daniel Bryan, who... that's the rumor that it seems to be he's joining AEW. Speaking of that, Braun Strowman's rumored to be going to TNA Impact. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, just in case, because I don't know if you may have not got a message from somebody about it, but I will let everyone know. Speaking of the WWE 2K games, 2K19 and 20, the online servers are still staying up, but until the new game comes out in March. Also, I believe the My Players Tower, they said, might be getting shut down after Extreme Rules on 2K20. So... just anyone who has 2K20, just keep that in mind. I don't want to... anyone to get fucked over if they haven't heard about it yet, because I'm still somewhat of a decent human being for the next 5 seconds. By the way, I do want to give a personal shout out to my boy. I know he doesn't watch my streams because, you know, he's got a busier life than me. But to my good buddy Chris Bowman, who works at the GameStop I go to, I do want to give a personal thank you because he knows it's not here in the mail yet. As many of you know, I don't have a car right now because it's in the shop, if you follow me on Twitter. But he was able to send me my 3 things I did have paid off for this month. So, in this coming new week, I will have Hades in my hands. He did say they might have sent the wrong one. So he said if they sent me the wrong version, I can just come in when I get the car, a new car or whatever, and get it taken care of. The new Madden for PS4 and the Deadpool Artistry pop figure for my mom. Now, I know what somebody's going to say with the Hades. Ooh, what could be wrong with it? I had it pre-ordered for the PS5, but they may have accidentally sent me the PS4 version, which I want the PS5 version because that's the one I pre-ordered it for, damn it. But I'm still happy he was able to send those to me anyway, so thank you so much for that. You know, I do hear the new Madden game sucks so bad that people have actually gotten refunds within the first... with it being out, which is pretty fucking hilarious. And Mr. Jones had to, of course, I think his boss, so... Apocalyptic, motherfucker. I'm on a blimp. We're doing on a blimp. Oh, no, you don't. You're not hitting me. Shock. Ow. Damn it, he hit me. Sliced up your dick, bitch. Hoorah. Sorry, Ashley, I cannot join. I'm streaming. Oh, come on. Are you gonna really fuck me? I'd hate to think I'm going to have to replay this mission just to get that damn blue orb. Nope, I'm not. Phew! We got another pendant of life. And not closed, but hey, we got it and we don't have to worry about it. We don't have to worry about a temple guard screwing us over right now. Okay, if that's... well, looks like we're going in here. Hey, get back here, you stupid little... Oh, look, it's the alien queen. Ooh! We got a purple pendant of life this time, children. We'll have the ultimate protection from the spirit of a temple god. So let's see, that just means we gotta get 2 more purple things, and we gotta get 3 more blue orbs. Alright. Alright, as they say. I'm starting to feel these missions are becoming longer, too. I wish Lady and Trish could come to my house, mostly Lady, though. And I got another do in the Shadow Realm. Screw you, Knights of the Round Table. Oh God. The stupid fucking knight hit me, that son of a bitch! Okay, I'm gonna take that deep, him fucking going behind me. And hey, Mr. Jones got out of the Shadow Realm. Oh, I was waiting for somebody who would want to talk about that with me, because Correct. Game. An Xbox. First Xbox to the original one when it came out. Yeah, yeah, it's been the one complaint I've seen. I agree with that. Now I saw the trailer because I watched it before I sent it to you. Um, I liked it. You know, I did think it. I do know from what I've read that it's not going to be It's not going to follow the same story or anything like the other Saints Row. So I'm going to presume it's its own thing, but it's still going to have the Saints Row name, kind of like Agents of Mercy. The one Mayhem. Thank you, Agents of Mayhem. So I get why Dan and them are not on in there. But like you said, the Fortnite thing, and I'm a little. What worries me is it looks like it's kind of doing its own thing because it is a reboot and remaster, but I feel like it's trying to please two groups at once. It wants to please the fans of the first two games, but it also wants to make the fans of the third and fourth one happy. But I think one comment said it best that it was been going around on YouTube and Twitter. So this is supposed to just be Agents of Mayhem 2, but we're just going to call it Saints Row. Because that's what a lot of people have said. It looks like this should have probably been Agents of Mayhem 2, but because Mayhem 1 didn't sell that well, they're just going to say, hey, it's a reboot of Saints Row, which that's a lot of people said that's the theory they're going with. Now, I will defend the company on this, because a lot of people have sent death threats or saying, oh, how could you do this to Saints Row? How can you destroy GAD and all that? I will give the company credit. They said, hey, we're designing it the way we want. If you don't want it, don't buy it. We're not going to change it. So I applaud them for that. And everyone's like, oh, they should listen to the fans. I'm like, let's remember what happened with Cyberpunk. So many of the fans were bitching who wanted it released early before it was finished, and then we had a clusterfuck. So, if you want a Saints Row game, that's the way people who have mad who have been majorly complaining, not like you and me, but major gone overboard shit, make your own game then and see how it goes. But I'm probably going to pre-order it just because I do love the Saints Row franchise, I'm honest, so everyone's going to probably cuss me out in the comments. Duh, why do you pre-order games, duh? You should wait to see how the review scores are, duh. I'm sorry, I don't trust review scores half the time. Case in point, a lot of expert reviewers hate Lollipop Chainsaw, but I think it's one of the best games on PlayStation 3. So, yourself. But with Saints Row, I'm willing to pre-order it because it is a game I enjoy. I've enjoyed pretty much all of them, but Got Out of Hell. Got Out of Hell could have just been DLC instead of its own thing, to be honest. But I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, of course, there are all three versions available. There is the normal edition, the $90 edition, and a $100 edition. So I'm presuming with them being two editions, there's probably going to be a season pass, since almost every fucking game now has some kind of season pass or DLC. I mean, Far Cry 6 has DLC. Hot Wheels, the game has DLC probably. Mortal Kombat, the new King of Fighters game that comes out next year. It's already announced it's going to have it's going to have DLC with 2 bonus teams. So, and I'm probably going to pre-order King of Fighters, by the way, since I love King of Fighters. If you have not seen the new trailer for King of Fighters, go check it out. It looks awesome. I'm not the best at SNK games, you know, those are kind of my weakest in the fighting game realm, but I still enjoy them because it makes me train harder. And what else? I know I'm forgetting something. Oh yes, if I forgot to mention it last night on the Sex Demon stream, Nickelodeon Smash Ball does have Cat Dog and April O'Neil in the game. Correct. I'm going to predict we're going to get Casey Jones, Splinter, and probably one more character for the TMNT game. I know everyone's... Yeah, everyone's hoping the rabbit. I will say this, though. Somebody, and I shit you not, was actually saying they should have the female turtle in there, and I'm like, nobody wants to remember Next Mutation. Don't do that. Yeah. Okay, this is actually a hard mission, I gotta say. What the hell? Secret mission number 7 can go suck a dick in a minute. I have to aim for the weak spot, which I think, if I recall, I think the mask is the weak spot. Okay, maybe not, and I'm just an idiot. I may have to look up a guide for this secret mission and come back to it later. It's not working. Damn it, it broke the gun. Son of a... I will come back to that later. I might need to make my gun more powerful or something. Or maybe, hopefully I get a rocket launcher and I can come back and just use a rocket launcher and blow it the fuck up. Wow, 44 minutes in the stream and we're still on the first fucking mission of the night. I'll come back to you later. Yes, I will agree with that, Dante. This place is a confusing maze. It's like California. Maybe I should have probably gone with the gun trickster style. Back to the sword master. Because I want to be a master, a sword Pokemon master. Oh wow, we might actually have some more viewers. Yay! Okay, that's gonna take me further. Ah, I want to go that way. Give me those red orbs, baby! I need to sell them for my crippling depression disease. Let's see. No. Man, Trish and Lady are having a fun time up there with the Demon King. Do I really want to go to up that bad? Yes, I do. I now have 26 golden orbs. Good Lord in heaven, Doug. At least if I end up dying at one point, at least I have enough orbs to come back to life. I can... right that you can feel him. And it's the Knights of the Round Table. Da, 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 da. Oh. Down goes the Knight of the Round Table. Go back to Monty Python's The Meaning of Life. Ow! Dante does not like getting his nipples slashed off, you bastards. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't think anybody at work would want to hear that, would they? MIB headquarters is a weird place. It's kind of like, oh my god, they killed Kenny, but more fucked up. Time to visit the goat god again to power up my ability. I think Dante might be the easiest to upgrade, I have a feeling. Just because I do need to upgrade the gunslinger, because I have a feeling I might have to use that a little bit later. And I'll upgrade the Royal Guard at least once. You know, I've never used the Royal Guard in any of the Devil May Cry games. It's like, I refuse to play as a defensive character. Fuck defense, more offense. If I want defense, that's what condoms are invented for. Oh, as Vegeta would say in Team 4-Star, what the fuck's a condom? And that's why we have Trunks. I do kind of find it funny. There's only I think there's only one person watching this, but yet the sex demon game from last night had like a lot of views. Oh, there goes the lady. There goes Trish. How could he hurt my lady? That son of a bitch is gonna die. I'm gonna stick this sword up his ass and then stick the shotgun in his penis and shoot it. Oh, the demon filth bag knows Dante's name. Oh, time for that circumcision you ordered. Just a little bit off the top. I have a feeling I'm not allowed to win this battle, though, since I know how the game goes. Stupid purple, red, stupid crystal bullshit. Great, it's raining purple lasers. I didn't know I was fighting Prince. Ooh, fireball in the dick. Dante just got bitch slapped by a technical. Nero! And this is how the prologue mission began, children. It took us 53 minutes, but the first mission of tonight is finally done. I will say this, and I'm noticing this. The missions take longer in this game, I've noticed, because in the reboot of Devil May Cry, I think the missions lasted me about 20 to 30 minutes, so not that long. Devil May Cry 1, the missions were very short. 2, kind of the same. 3, they were a little bit longer. And 4, it really depended on who I was playing as. But this one, oh god. Instead of doing 3 missions, I've gone to having to do just 2 missions a stream. Mission 11, reason. Reason. What's the reason you don't watch SmackDown? Because it sucks. I'm sure I'm the only person on the planet who thinks that. Case in point. And I'm going to say this because somebody brought it to my attention on the last stream, and I want to bring it to. I want to ask you this because I know you watch SmackDown and I don't. Who the fuck is supposed to be the face in the Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns storyline? That just sounds like a bad idea. Do we not remember how his first face run was? I mean, I only bring it up because it wasn't the matches when he was a face in his first run were bad. The problem was he was terrible on promos and mic skills. That's right. Oh. I think Dante almost became a part of the technical porn community. That would have been interesting and disgusting. But yeah, I know everyone's like, God, go back to watching SmackDown, give it a chance. I think I'll be watching college football on Friday nights. And this is when Lady and Trish get... This doesn't look right. Trish and Lady getting wrapped up in technicals. I am imagining now the octopus technicals from the main villain going into Lady and Trish's vagina and ass. Please, if Mr. Jones had his headset off at that point and everybody heard it, I would laugh. But I will say this, because I know the Usos retained their tag titles at SummerSlam, and I know Nakamura's IC champion and all that, which that makes me happy. I'm just trying to figure out, though, looking at both at this point, it's like, so Roman will be feuding with Lesnar most likely, so I guess that's the big next program. Because I don't watch SmackDown, so I don't know unless something changed. And it seems Lashley will be feuding with Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, and the Archer of Infamy. And I just want to say this as well, and this pisses me off with what Monday Night Raw did. You broke up Miz and Morrison again, and Mr. Jones, you remember how they broke up the first time when Morrison was in the WWE? Morrison got made to look like a punk, right? How did they do it on Monday? Miz loses the match because of a more distraction. They fake hug, and then Miz beats the fuck out of John Morrison. So I'm like, so you made Morrison look like a punk again? Same shit, different day. Well, and I'm going to say this because I didn't get to say this earlier this week because I was just so mad about it. I am so mad that Charlotte Flair won the women's title again. I feel like that made Nikki Cross look like a joke, and now you stuck Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley as a tag team. So it's like, hey, you're no longer in the women's singles title run. You're going to become a tag team. Enjoy hell. Yet we're going to get Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss, which, first off, why? I don't want to see that unless it's the Alexa Bliss of, oh, not this Fiend whip-off, which I'm going to get to the Fiend in a minute because apparently somebody brought this to my attention on Twitter today, and it kind of pisses me off. But if Alexa Bliss wins the belt, we just know Charlotte's going to win it right back. Like you said, it's WWE. And I should point out, next week on Raw, if you're going to watch Monday, it's Lashley versus Sheamus, Miz versus Morrison, so we're not even going to save that for the pay-per-view, and Doudrop versus Eve Marie. So it's like, yay, we're going to just not even let these two feuds actually go that long. And I know you're not going to be surprised by this. We know Bray Wyatt's been released, right? But yet they're still selling the Fiend merchandise on the website. It's like, I think to quote the villain from the Tom and Jerry movie, not the live action one, the animated one from years and years ago when me and Mr. Jones were children. As one of the villains would say, we got to have money. That is true, which I'm glad you brought Samoa Joe up, because no one's talking about this, I'm noticing. I have no problem in Killian Kloss losing to Samoa Joe and being called up to the main roster. But two things. One, why is Scarlett not with him? And B, in his new look, and I gotta thank Heather for this, because she showed me a picture of it, because I didn't get to see his new look for all. Why the hell is he dressed like Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat? I can't be the only one who thought that when he came out wearing the helmet and the shoulder pads and everything. It's like, he's fucking Shao Kahn, huh? Granted, I would believe Killian Cross is Shao Kahn, because I know he in real life you could probably beat the fuck out of half the damn roster. But, it just felt weird. But hey, hopefully WWE won't fuck him up. I'm hoping. I know it's too late. He jobbed to Jeff Hardy on his first night on Raw. That's like, that did it. Good night, everybody. Time for mission 11. Ooh, I have a new sword. No problem. Let's see, let's boost up some abilities real quick. I don't really care about that ability. Swordmaster can't do anything. Which one do I... Eventually I am going to have to get all of these to 100%. When you find a double trigger is added to the DT gauge with a ever reduce rate. Yeah, let's learn that. And ladies and gentlemen, we have the myth, the legend. It's a giant vibrator.
Oh boy.
Which I will say this, I wish I would have saw your message earlier about Ghost of Tsushima having an update, as that's why we're not doing that tonight. Because I didn't see it till after I was done watching all the football today. Which, if you follow me on Twitter, which you should follow me on Twitter, I'm on there a lot. You'll probably see me going off about football in about pretty quickly. Alright. Well, we have our new sword. You slept in a graveyard. God, that's creepy. Hello there, Emma. Yeah? Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly this time. I know I probably am not the best at pronouncing names. I hope you're having a good night, though. Happy Saturday to you. Yeah, we killed all the demons. Woohoo! I get a cookie. Cause C is for cookie. That's very good for Dante. Cause the cookie monster's dead. Remember, children, statues are bad, okay? So when in doubt, destroy them. Ah, it's the big glowing red goop of yeast infection for demons. That's one way to get up there. Hope you're having a good night, Vibrator. How's your day been?
Sort of interesting.
Interesting isn't good, or
That I'm not about to talk about was shit that I'm not about to talk about on a live stream.
fair enough. You don't have to, because I don't make people do that shit. Hey, look, it's Reptile again. Oh, and it's his B-Blade cousin. Ow, that was a swing and a miss by Dante there. Ow. Dante, you're not supposed to get ran over by Santa Claus. Dante got ran over by a reindeer on his way home from the strip club. I got a D for dick. You know, I feel like I've seen this house on Destination Field for some reason. Wait. I like my city full of strip clubs, but we don't all get what we want, no, do we? Okay, if it wants me to go that way, let's head down real quick. I'm glad I did. You're my uptown girl, living in a uptown world. Where do you think you're going? You're gonna stay right here and you're gonna give me all your delicious red orbs. Yum 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 yum. What was that? Oh. I'd have a bad feeling about this. Yep, avalanche. Hope no one's inside there, so they're dead. Okay, well, how do I get down there, though? Oh. Well, that was easy enough. And down goes that building. Ooh! Yay! We found another pendant of life. Hopefully we can keep it and not have to give it to a temple card. And it was a trap. Off with your head, bitch. Kind of where they had give me another. Okay, can I not hit that thing? There we go. That gave us a blow up. So what happens if we destroy this one? Oh, it takes me down again. No, it takes something down. Okay, if it wants me to go that way, we probably should not yet. Oh then, just well then, Vibrator says. And I know it says the worst channel ever, but we don't call him that on this station. Yeah, we took out Freddy Krueger's cousin. All we're trying to do is get back in the city, damn it. Ooh. Okay, so looks like we have Pinhead's cousin here now. Oh, that's nice. You can do that with blood, you know. I can do that after having 5 scorpion peppers. Kind of looks like my boss, to be honest. Ow. Well, former boss. Miss me, now you gotta hug Dante. And Dante just stabs you in the dick when he wants a hug. And down you go, bitch. Do not pass go, do not collect 200 bucks. We're going uptown. Keep him in the corner, Dante. Oh, if it ain't everyone's favorite knight, Jackass. Ow, you hit me with a fireball, you son of a bitch. And I got a B for bitch ass. Ooh, a purple orb. Nice. Definitely grab that. And this just leaves what? 1 or 2 more left to grab? Yep, 1 more actually. No, Dante, but alcoholics and demon slayers, we don't get breaks. Now, we don't really need to customize anything right now. We gotta save our money. So this is what it looks like when the Cleveland Browns make the playoffs. Yeah, I think if you get to make it through this without having another enemy to fight, I think that would be... Nah, never mind. That motherfucker threw a motorcycle at me. I have a feeling that's probably Trish. Because Trish does use electricity in her attacks. Come on, go down, bitch. Got you right in the head, you SOB. Yep, called that. That was Trish. And now we have a demonic motorcycle. That's crack. How is V still alive? V walks like I do. Well, at least V was gentlemanly enough to put a towel over her. A burlap sack. Okay. So who the fuck is V then? If V's... I have no idea who V is then, because I thought I knew who V was, but I guess I don't. Is V somebody related to Dante's past, maybe? I mean, because I've read the books of the Devil May Cry series, you know, that came out years ago. That Dante was going by a different name at the time. He didn't know he was a demon or anything until near the end of the first book, when he figured, when his memory kicked in. But... Alright guys, that is going to do it for Devil May Cry though. Since it seems, well, I know you try to do 3 missions a night, but man, this I feel with this game, the missions are taking longer than normal. Parts of it fused into a motorbike, creating twin blade wielded from the bike's handlebars. Okay, so we got a motorbike we can use next time that we get to show off. So nice. And what would be the name of the next mission? So So when we come back, the next mission is called, ooh, the name of the sword. Interesting. So we will be playing as Dante still, though. So that is a good thing. And we're mission 12, so we're going to be doing pretty well. And of course, as many of you know, we will be starting the Virgil campaign after we're done with the main game. There's not that many secret missions, and I probably what I'm going to do, I will probably at some point, probably off screen, go back to get the secret missions I need to find, and what I'll do is I will show them to you on stream. We did see mission 7 though, but that was annoying as shit. But until next time, this is the DRU. Let's actually check total results real quick as well. So we've gone C, A, S, 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 A, S, A, S. Does it actually tell me how much time I put into each mission? No. No time. But anyway, oh, let's check the gallery to see if there's anything new in the gallery real quick. Because you never know, there might just be. Let's check, okay, so, yeah, there's probably not going to be any, there is a few things. Okay, that is Dante's mom. Dante's mom, the woman the Dark Knight spelled or fell for in other words, must have been a hell of a goddess, sagging the legendary Dark Knight himself. I guess her feminine instincts were so strong, even giving a demon a hug was no problem for her. One other thing I have a feeling that's Virgil probably, because that's really the only one left. Look at all these ugly enemies though, man. They really did a good job with the enemy designs. And looks, we got a few more enemies left to pop out the ugly. Okay, the nobody looks like Nemesis, I'm sorry. And bosses, well... Yep, that looks discouraging. Okay, that's just Neo's all of his. Dante's, which Dante looks like he's got a few more to unlock. And then V's Kane, yeah, V just has one weapon. Let's check the library. Oh, we do got some letters. Alright, so we're going to do some reading now. Before we end the stream. Morrison's letter number 2. Back when Dante went by Tony Redgrave, there was this place, Bobby's Cellar. A dive infested with bounty hunters, would-be soldiers of fortune, and often enough our old pal Tony. He'll show up from time to time like any of the other punks and lowlifes looking to make a quick buck. That's the kind of place Bobby's Cellar was. There were plenty of guys like me around too. Every one of us knew to make the rounds to these joints and peddle information like precious gems. Most importantly, getting those jobs could keep the cash flowing in. You better believe old Tony made a pretty penny. Still, the guy was always broke as a bottle of wine. He ended up busting his guns on every job. Sure, it all makes sense now, but at the time I was dumbfounded. I'd ask myself, what kind of shots is this guy packing to break a pair of pistols on every single job. This old gunsmith in the neighborhood was always giving him an earful. No pieces must be like a pair of pop guns to a guy like you, huh, Tony? Eventually he got wise that he never make a solid payday at this rate. So he got the old lady to design a pair of pistols just for him. You guessed it, she ended up introducing Dante to his old pals, Ebony and Ivory. But what did you know? She died just as soon as the job was finished. Well, more like she was killed. I never figured out who did it either. I was out of town on a big job myself at the time, you see, but Tony, Dante, he knew from the sound of it. One of the toughs from his regular haunt said that after she passed, he went off somewhere with the most cherished foreign look he's ever seen. That's the last anyone would have ever seen of Tony Redgrave at Bobby's cellar. Before I got wind of that, old Tony had opened a little racket of his own, Devil May Cry. Managed to track it down and walked in to find a man by the name of Dante. Said that's been his real name all along. Well, that was the start of a beautiful friendship, let me tell you. I never believed in demons or anything like that, but hanging around that guy long enough is a goddamn eye-opener, that's for sure. Met Lady around the same time. Dante always played fast and loose with his money, you see. I see her toss a few bones in his way sometimes, even a job or two. Going about it the whole time, of course. The way they carried on, you could tell they shared some kind of past. Nothing romantic or some nonsense like that. No, it's more like they got what the other had been through. I tried the roundabout route to figure it out, but those two dodge questions the way they dodge bullets. The past isn't something you bring up lightly. One time Lady let something slip about cutting ties that bind. She was on a pretty heavy bender. Mentioned something about them having killed family. Dante, his brother, and Lady, her father. Can't say for sure if that's the whole story. I suppose I could look into it. It is my line of business, after all. But I'm not the kind of scum to judge up a friend's past just to state my own curiosity. So I'll just chalk it up to a drink, a bunch of booze, including nonsense as far as I'm concerned. And then, of course, we have the fourth one, which will probably unlock later on. Profiles. Kyrie. Every once in a while you meet a lady so kind people call her a living saint. Well, I can safely say that in all my years of God's green earth, I never met a girl that fit the bill like this Kyrie. These days you can find her looking after the little ones in an orphanage on Futon. After all the awful things that went down on that island, it's safe to say she's just about the only thing holding them poor folks together. And don't get me started on how beautiful she is. She's been beating the boys back with a stick if it wasn't for Nero. Don't know what a sweet girl like that's doing with a punk like him, but hey, ain't none of my business. Different strokes, I reckon. Patty. Who, if you've read the books or watched the animated series, Patty was the little girl that Dante saved on one of his jobs. Dante rescued this girl on one of his odd jobs. She had nowhere to go, so she started showing up at the original Devil May Cry. Heck, she's even been cleaned up since the man himself couldn't be bothered. Eventually the little girl found her long-lost mama, and these days they live together under the same roof. Still, I hear she keeps showing up at Dante's to bug him from time to time. Girl ain't afraid to tell Dante exactly what she thinks of his lazy ways. Though, from what Lady tells me, she's got a bright and bubbly way about her, too. Let's see what else we got here. Just turned 18 from the looks of it. Popular at school, popular with the fellas. Dang, looks like she turns them all down, though. None of this has anything to do with the task at hand, does it? Right, moving on. Of course, the Dark Knight Spotter. Wherever you go in the wood, you can hear the legend of the Dark Knight Spotter. A demon swordman who defeated the king of the underworld, sealing him away to protect his lady love. Shoot, good luck finding a kid who ain't heard the tale in this day and age. Them fortune folks thought they took it a step further, went and based a whole damn religion around the story. I mean, sure, there are records here and there subtaining the experience of Sparta, but only a handful of people know about them. Mama told me stories of Sparta when I was a baby, but she thought it was just something you tell kids to get them to go to sleep. Daddy was from 14, so he believed in the whole shebang, though he never tried to make her drink the punch. By the way, the island the referencing is from Devil May Cry 4. I should point that out if you don't know. Maybe he figured she'd never believe him, or heck, maybe he was so head over heels he didn't give a flip what she believed. They ain't around anymore though, so I can't exactly go and ask them. I can imagine what Mama said if I told her I partnered up with a bona fide descendant of Sparta. She would have strapped me up in a straitjacket for sure. Sorry, Mama, but Sparta ain't just a fairy tale. Neo and Dante themselves are living proof. Then we got some documents. The curve is said to be the tree of life that resides in the demon world. It is the source of all life and gathers human blood. The source of demonic power. Once every several thousand years a tree bears fruit made of this considered blood. Who should ever eat the fruit gains sovereign power to rule over all. Trish told of a demon named Monis, I know I'm mispronouncing that name probably, who consumed one of these fruits to become the king of the underworld. The Cthulhu never bore fruit again after Mundus, as Sparta separated the words of the demon and man. But now, the border between these words is no more, and the Cthulhu is sure to bear fruit once again. I dare say the tree has appeared on the surface for this very reason. The laws of the underworld differ from ours. Unlike the trees of our world, the Cthulhu grows from the surface to the deep underground. If you wish to reach the point where the fruit grows, you must head straight down. I doubt you need me to tell you what manner of abomination awaits there. Probably Oakland Raider fans, I would presume. Newspaper articles. A large number of citizens were cut down in the heart of the Red Grave City on the evening of the 16th. The exact number of victims is currently unknown, and the perpetrator is still at large. The police have cordoned off roads in the vicinity. Investigation is currently underway as the search for the criminal. Authorities have reported that the victims of Red Grave City Massacre now number in the hundreds. The remains of the dead are horribly disfigured, with only pieces of some victims being recovered. Oh, I actually got 3 viewers. Hey everyone, welcome to reading time before we end the stream tonight. Although bodies have yet to be found, a large number of citizens have gone missing since the incident. The police are trying to piece together the events of the night from the scant few survivors, and are hurriedly reviewing all the damages. Can we just blame Albert Wesker and the Umbrella Corporation? Works every time to me. Police reported that the corpse of a woman was discovered in the charred remains of a resident that had gone up in flames on the night of the incident. The woman is thought to have been the owner of the residency, but evidence to the subterranean the claim is currently lacking. According to testimony from other survivors, a pair of twins also lived with the woman, but the remains have yet to be found. Okay, so this must be referencing when Dante and Virgil were little, and the mom was probably the one who died. So, okay, so that's probably pre-Devil May Cry 3 stuff. Old Man's Diary. I often think of the boy as of late, wise beyond his scant years. He would show up at my home with his nose crammed into some collection of poems. Seemed to favor William Blake most of all. So one day I gave him a Blake anthology as a present, with an expression of delight on his face. He asked to borrow a pen. Strange though I found the request, I gave him the pen on my person. The boy opened the back cover and proceeded to scribble his own name within. I was puzzled to see him write on the book in such a way, and asked the lad what had possessed him to do such a thing. Clutching the anthology to his chest, he answered thusly, I have a twin brother, sir. We fight over things often, so I have to write my name on things to make them truly mine. I found myself charmed by his statement, and at once envious of such purity. I felt ashamed, me, a self-styled biophorever, had devoted himself solely to preserve beautiful books. It's good that this child loved books far more than I ever did. The child is no longer in this town. He disappeared amidst circumstances most unsavory. Perhaps he's no longer in this world. To think that a promising youth like that could lose his life while a loot like me still drags on. That thought is almost unbearable. I am ready in my twilight years. Perhaps that is why I recall that youthful serious eyes at every opportunity. That pure, untainted youth. Discord note. This is all the info I've gathered in my investigation of the Red Grave City incident. If the truth is brought to light, this would be bigger than revealing who the Jack the Ripper was. Hell, this could rock the world as we know it. But I'm no spring chicken anymore. My body won't move as I tell it to. I am basically beheaded and waiting for death. No way I can continue my investigation like this. Whoever reads this note, I beg you, finish what I started. You have to find the truth hidden behind that gruesome tragedy. One last thing. A young boy apparently survived the incident. His name was Dante. No last name, no nothing. All I could find in my investigation was the fact that he lived in Redgrave at the time of the incident. When I tried digging into it, he refused to acknowledge anything. On the contrary, he wanted me not to poke any further into the events in question. Not exactly something you say if you had nothing to do with it. In fact, I'd say he might just know what kind of monster could slaughter 136 citizens of that poor town in under an hour. If you're reading this note, note that the boy is one of the few people who knows just what happened that night. You need to go and get him to tell you everything. I have no money, no influence, hell, I don't even have any friends to speak of. The request is all I have left. The legend of Sparta. The ward of demons was once connected to the ward of man. The one who ruled the demon ward set his sights on conquest of the human ward. However, one demon rose up against the demon king and fought to protect mankind. The Dark Knight Sparta. Wielding a massive sword that showed his name, Sparta laid the demon king to rest, along with his subordinates. He then sealed the gate connecting both wards using his sword as the key. While records offer very little to no details about this weapon, many speculate to be the Sword of Sparta. And yet following was written in a recorded of devil swords I discovered. The Dark Knight Sparta split his power into 3 parts. One blade bore his own name. The second blade was named to embody reflection. The final blade was named to embody a god of death. If this is true, there are 2 other demon swords out there besides Sparta. Sparta was sued by the Dark Knight himself, but no one has found any documents pertaining to the locations of the other 2 blades. And then the last one, the International Gunsmith Dictionary. Still, when it comes to crafting beautiful guns, Neil Goldstein is the only one who could be called a master. Neil's weapons are works of art. They are not embodied with unnecessary ornamentation, aka probably decorations, nor do they sacrifice functionality for form. Rather, Neil's creations are honest, pure pieces with simple and elegant designs. This is the beauty that Neil puts into her craft. Her obsession was of .45 caliber weapons, and she crafted all sorts of new designs, earning the nickname the .45 caliber virtuoso. Unfortunately, Neil Goldstein lost her life in an unfortunate accident a few years ago. She left behind a daughter, though the 2 were estranged at the time of Neil's passing. More than a few gun enthusiasts, this author included, must be hoping that Neil's daughter inherited her mother's techniques. So we've got one more document and one more letter that will probably unlock Neil later on in the game. So we'll definitely have to come back to that. Don't know what that could be. Of course, the story of this is just let you look at all the videos. So, and then of course the jukebox just lets you play the music. But next time when we come back to Devil May Cry 5, we will be doing the next mission, which will once again will be with our boy Dante, the king of Devil May Cry. And if you're just tuning in or a new subscriber, I will be doing the Virgil DLC as well. But next time when we come back, it'll be time to go to Mission 12. Looks like we're going to be seeing an old sword from the past. But until then, have a good night, and I'll see you all next time.